All right, with the new Superman movie just a couple of months away, directed by James Gunn and featuring a brand new face under the cape, I figured now's the perfect time to explain something that's been true for me for a very long time. Superman is my favorite character in all of fiction. Yeah, all of it. Comics, movies, shows, games, Superman's at the top. And I know that might sound boring to some people, like really, the big blue Boy Scout? But I promise by the end of this, you'll at least understand why he means so much to me and maybe why he still matters more than ever. Superman is the original superhero myth. He's basically our modern day Hercules, a child from another world sent to Earth, raised by humble farmers, and becomes a god who chooses to walk among us. That's powerful. But what makes him interesting isn't that he can do anything, it's that he won't just do anything. He sets limits on himself, he holds back, and that's restraint. That's what separates him from the villains. He doesn't want to rule us, he wants to be one of us. He's the first superhero and still the blueprint for every single one that followed. Batman, Spider-Man, even Goku. They all exist in his shadow. I think the biggest misunderstanding about Superman is people think he's just this untouchable god. But to me, he's the most human of them all. He was raised in Smallville, Kansas by two kind people who taught him right from wrong before he ever lifted a tractor. He went to school, got bullied, had crushes, probably got his heart broken a few times. Clark Kent is who he is. Superman is the job. He chose to use his powers to help, not for attention, not for power, but because it's the right thing to do. That Kansas heart, that's the core of who he is. He's not interesting because he's powerful. He's interesting because he's constantly chosen compassion even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. I grew up with Superman, whether it was Lois and Clark, Superman the animated series, the Justice League cartoon, Smallville, or later with the Man of Steel. I've seen a ton of different versions, and even when they get the tone wrong or fumble the character, the heart of Superman always shines through because he's more than just a hero. He's a symbol of hope, of second chances, of what it means to believe in the best versions of people. Even when they don't believe in themselves, he's the one the Justice League looks to. He's the guy who shows up when everyone else fails, not because he's better than them, but because he believes when they can't. That's the kind of hero that sticks with you. People call him boring, and that always gets to me. Like, how is the guy who's trying to hold the world together with nothing but hope and moral courage boring? He's not edgy, he doesn't kill, he doesn't brood on rooftops, and I think that's why people struggle with him in this age of anti-heroes. But that's exactly what makes him stand out. He's not a power fantasy, he's a moral fantasy. He's about making the right call, not the cool one. In a world that's constantly cynical, Superman is a radical concept. A good man with a power who chooses to help instead of control. That's revolutionary, especially now. That's why I'm excited for this new movie. James Gunn has said that Superman's going to be balancing his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing, and that's perfect. David Cornsweet looks the part, and the suit, classic, bright, bold, and it screams hope. It looks like a Superman who smiles when he saves people, and I want that. I love Batman. I love Spider-Man, but Superman, he's the one I always come back to. He represents something deeper. He's about holding on to the light even when the world around you gets darker. He doesn't just protect people, he believes in them. He's not driven by revenge or guilt. He's driven by love, by hope, by the idea that we can be better. That means something to me because life's hard, right? There are days when things just feel broken in the world and your own life, and seeing a character who doesn't give up, who doesn't turn cold, who still chooses to do the right thing when it'd be easier not to, that's inspiring. That's why I always love Superman. So yeah, that's why Superman's my favorite. He's not just a superhero, he's an ideal. He's that reminder that we can be powerful and still be kind, that you can lead with empathy, not ego. And with the new movie coming up, I'm hoping we can finally get to see that on the big screen again. If they get this right, this could be the Superman movie that shows us why the symbol still matters. But yeah, that's my thoughts on why Superman still matters. I'd love to know your thoughts. why he does matter or why he doesn't down in the comment section below. And if you like this video, hit that like button. And if you want to get more content just like this, hit that subscribe button. It always helps the channel grow. As always, guys, I will see you in the next video. Peace.